Well, Major, I got about 3 minutes and 30 into it, and I figured I'd double back around and see if I can get you. Playing through,
What's going on,
you
smart
need to
people?
do
This
you,
video is
being a
sponsored by
major.
NordVPN.
Some good points inside here. Some really good math with that rise over run. I thought that was a beautiful little marshmallow to
Within the
drop in
DNA
because
of
really
the
that's all you
budding
need.
physicist is
Derivative
the
x,
need to be
derivative
better than
y,
everyone else. I mean,
derivative
you based
z,
your career path
derivative
on what
something like that.
profession
We'll
got you the
simplify.
most shocked facial
You sucked
expression
at
as a response.
everything
Oh, you're doing
before
physics?
you
You
did
must be
something
really
twice,
smart. Thanks.
calculus.
Actually, I haven't started yet, but
But
that
again,
sounds
this
great.
bunny rabbit right
The
here,
moment
come
you told,
calculus.
I want to
This will
research
teach you
theoretical
about
quantum
gravity. This
relativity
will
out of
teach you
the air
about a
when someone asked you
handshake.
what you wanted to
This
do
will
with your life
teach you
was the
about
moment you let the world know that you're a winner.
your
A
win.
little full of shit. But every winner needs a coach, which is why Coach Belichick here to give you some useful tips on how to be a successful physics major. It's day one of
You're gonna make
undergrad.
mistakes.
You're walking down the hallway and are surrounded by posers.
You're not
Students
Mike
who are only
Tyson.
taking
They're not
introductory
Mike
physics
Tyson.
because they needed a
Like
science
Mike
credit and
Tyson,
they were too
he's
late
gonna
to
rip your
register
head
for
off in that
oceanography.
cage.
It's up
He's
to you
gonna
to let
win.
them know that even
They're
though
gonna
you're
call
learning
him
the
Bar, the
same
big
laws of
ones.
physics,
The really big.
yours are harder, which brings
There.
us to our first topic. Your intro physics class is calculus based. You know what that means?
The leisure.
Absolutely nothing. But they don't
All
know. I
your
can count
counts
on
on
one
money to
finger how
time
much
weekly
calculus
because he's
you'll
gonna
use
talk
in
about Rise Over
calc-based
Run here in a
physics, but
minute.
be sure to insist on not referring to it any other way. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Valentine Rabbit,
calculus
you
becomes
will
an
become it.
absolutely indispensable
You'll be
tool
beat
of
to
the trade,
hell,
but
tore
1/2
up,
base times height
fucked up
rise
before I
over run
finally
will
love
get
you,
you where
and we
need
keep
to
you
be
around
at
on the
this
farm
level.
because you're fun
Now,
to
what
chase
about the
around.
students who are in your
That math
calc-based
problem.
physics class?
Who
Has
was it?
anyone already
Who is
informed
it?
them that
Who
you're
is doing
somewhat
the Rise
important?
Over Run?
Now,
Who
that's a
is
good
Doomslayer
question.
right now,
Actually,
Lucy?
your professor will probably
100%
survey all
Ultra
N students in the
Nightmare
room to see what everyone's
Program.
major is, and N minus one of them will be in some form
And
of
one of them is
engineering. And you
Doomslayer
know who
Lucy.
the remaining person is, don't you, Top Dog? That's right.
That
the
would be
loner
there.
genius strikes
There
again.
would be one of
Now,
those
intro
things because
physics
they
can be
would
pretty
probably talk
challenging
shit
at
to
first,
each
which is
other
why
and
favoritism for being the only physics
out of
major in the
nowhere,
class
out of
will allow you
nowhere,
to
some
pick
hell
up the
priest
slack
pops
of
up
you
in his
having no
class
idea
because
whether G should
what's
be
for the
positive or
Laplacian,
negative.
whatever I
And if
want for
someone
it be the
answers a question
Laplacian.
out loud,
I'll make it a
they
lynching
say the
inside
answer
here and we'll
is
play
5,
physics about
you
it. It's
can
like
loudly
all the
interject,
reasons because he
like
claimed
what?
he knew
Apples?
stoichiometry.
Pancakes?
He
The
claimed
only
he
you
knew
could be that
Lindenfrost.
comical while
He claimed
simultaneously
Ricci
demonstrating the importance of units.
Fibonacci sequence or squeakance.
So you've begun to establish dominance in your department. That's great, but your classes don't end there. You'll also have to take courses in the math department. Now, if they're still taking classes with you,
There's a
the
programmer
math majors
that
haven't
is
yet
dicking
learned
around
let
trying to get his
epsilon be
big
greater than
with
zero
what's
to
in the
prove that
classroom,
you're
and
no threat to anyone.
there may be a time
At
for
this
that, and
point
that might
to
be
them,
early
you know
phase.
what they
It
know
might be
and
middle
more,
phase
and that
if
more
you're
is
really playing the
application.
game as
So apply
a
what you learned by
lieutenant with
studying
housing
engineering
and
students in your class, and just be
dependence and
confident
doing
and
the
loud.
thing with
They'll take
changing
you
the blanket
surprisingly
fluid
far
in the
in life.
guy.
But if and when you hear the math majors talking about induction, run
Keep it
away.
in your pants for a
This
little
foe
while.
is beyond any of you now.
Induction means I have to put work time into you, and you'll do what I tell you. You are the black body problem. I will
You're gonna
find.
make a mistake.
There's circuits and there's tools that I will have to probe you with.
Time management can be a really tricky topic. On one hand, starting assignments when you get them will allow you to finish them on time, but on the other hand, you're not going to do that. So the real question is, what can you do to finish your work on time?
I need to do one right now.
Given that you're starting
I need
it
to take
with
that
the
one
performance
about the
due?
count on the daily weeklies,
Surprisingly,
the
that may not be
monthlies,
enough
make a
time to
yearly
get your
leisure
problem
starting
set
2
done,
weeks,
but it's
2 months.
exactly
Yeah, I
enough
still got
time
all
to
of
come up
a
with
little
an
bit of
excuse
October,
for why
some of
you
November,
need more
December,
time. For every
into
deadline you have,
2022
you'll need one
before I'm
excuse
doing
why it would
anything.
just be impossible to complete this
Over
week, but
45
next week will
between
be
Jump
better.
Mario.
You couldn't finish your
Jump.
mastering physics this week
Be
because
a giant.
you lost track of time reading the textbook and going over the supplemental resources that your professor gave
So,
you. And if it's
right
all
now
the
I
same
could
to you,
be.
do you mind if I just
I thought
turn
this
it
was a
in little
beautiful
bit later?
interjection.
In reality, though, you just spent
I
the
probably
week
will.
testing how low your ping got since you started using NordVPN while online gaming. And that's right, this whole bit was a segue for today's sponsor, NordVPN. It's in the name. NordVPN is a virtual private network that, on top of additional security,
dumb
allows
shit.
you to access
Play by
things
gravity's
like
rules.
region-locked
Wouldn't matter. You
content
should be able to
around
beat
the
'em.
world. But if you are
I could
someone who
tear
just
down
likes to
gray
click on
alien
HTTP
civilization with
links
what
in
I
an
have
email,
already
because
just
if
with
you're
this
just one letter
$300
away
droid.
from HTTPS, then
This
you
is
should check out
Earth.
NordVPN's cybersec feature
This
because you are a
being your
danger
thermometer,
to
your new
yourself.
probe.
Step one of business:
Step
insult
1
your audience.
chromodynamic.
Now, if things like security and lag aren't huge selling points for you, then you might like knowing
Beep,
that
beep.
on top of any other countries, you can access things like Japan's
Did
Netflix
you get him to
from within
get
the
a
United
$300
States, which
computer
does
when you
have
Mason
different
robot? Look
available
at me.
titles.
You look at me,
Actually,
Mason
that shit
robot.
makes Flammable Math's anime obsession almost look healthy. Now you can get
It
started
is
with
the
a
right
2
answer, and
year
you know you gotta
membership
get it,
plus
and it
4
winds up being that
additional
100
months
mile
at
an
a
hour
huge
or
discount
supersonic
by clicking the link in the
fastball build
description,
that
HTTPS
when you
by
hit
the
the
way,
pipe,
or going
it's
to
gonna hit a piece of metal real hard, and you need a
NordVPN.com/AndrewDodson. Thanks a
trailer, a
lot,
whole
NordVPN, for
thing,
sponsoring this video. Now let's get
special
back to it.
air release pins, and so
Now,
we'll
your
chasing the
homeworks at the
rabbit
beginning
for
will likely come
induction.
from something called Mastering Physics, which
Thing
gives
you
you the
can do
opportunity
things.
to answer
It's a
problems in a
word.
style and format
It's a dangerous
unrecognizable
word.
from how your professor asks questions. Now, there may be a lot of questions to answer, but you'll get multiple attempts
Like
at them, and
induction
the
of
icing
what?
on the cake is that it
One of the
subtracts
bosses
from your
calling
score with
bullshit.
each
Like I have to
subsequent
induction
attempt,
that thing.
bringing you to a heightened state of
Whatever.
anxiety to maximize
Whatever.
your performance. That's actually why they call it performance anxiety. And when your professor sees that you somehow managed to answer all 50 questions in 6 minutes, boy, will they be impressed.
Penzero made it tough. Here's a ball, you're a ball,
Eventually,
and
you'll
you pretty
graduate
much
to
just
taking
grind your
upper-level
shit in
physics
until.
courses where your homeworks are now written
And
or
there's
at
nothing
least
you can do
hastily
about it.
plagiarized by your
I'm gonna do
professors
this with a
themselves,
Dakota
and your
hole,
class
and
size
that
has
Penzero
decreased from
playing
100
N1/2 next
to
to it,
10
YF
students,
over X for
a much more intimate
chromodynamics,
setting. Now your
thermodynamics, and
professor can put a
physics.
face to the
Because
submissions,
it would be
which means you're going to want to make sure you
Durium,
submit
hydrogen,
homework
tritium,
solutions, but
and
you've got
then
nothing
all
to be afraid of,
reactions
'cause
right
now
down to
you know
fallopium
G
in
is
the
always negative,
pipes.
except for when it isn't. X
And,
gets cosine,
and then
Y
you
gets
collapse the
sine, except
limit
for
of
when they
Feynman
don't.
with
So
your two
physics
stick,
has no
get
more
your
tricks up its
F1
sleeve,
plus
right? That's
F2
exactly
and
what
the
the mission
M1
means.
and
Now your
M2 and
homework is
tilt the
basically
moose,
just
brother.
showing that some equation
I love
is
you.
true. So what you do
Put
is
you
very
down, click
clearly
your
write
clock.
out what's given, immediately followed by completely illegible intermediate steps, and then you put a big box around the relation that you were told
If
to
you ever
prove.
do that
And now your
again, Mom,
professor has
know
two
that you know
options.
I'm part of it,
Screw
and
it,
that
you're probably
bullshit won't
right.
fly.
Or two, ask you to clarify how you got your solution. But at this point, you've already spoken to your peers about what the real solution is, so you're good to go.
Gravity
Now,
killed.
I don't like talking about this next thing, but it's important. What do
Used
you do
correctly.
when you have to solve
Keep
a problem
it hidden
where they
underneath
don't give
that
you the
rail.
final result?
And
We
you
like to
throw
think,
in
my
squeaker
professor would
flashbang
never
out
do
from
that,
underneath
but it does
that thing
happen.
right
And
there.
when it happens, how do you
Cherry
solve
bomber
a
and
problem
M80.
that
Somebody
hasn't
walking by.
already been solved for you? Your homework
Just for
has the
fun.
initial speed of the ball moving at 10 meters
It'll
per
make stone
second,
cutter.
but all
You
the
don't need to
solutions
find the
online
cutter.
have it moving
It'll
at
come
8
out
meters
because
per
you did
second.
that.
This is not what you signed up for, but you're a physics major. You can do this. So what you do is you meet up with your friend to compare answers, but unfortunately you left yours at home, so you were hoping maybe you could just see theirs and let them know if you got the same thing, Drake and Josh style. Now you might be tempted to write out your thought
So
process
Z
throughout the
Coin,
problem,
shake
what
a hand,
assumptions you're
Mason
making,
Lodge.
where
We're
you're
gonna
getting
go look
various
at them.
equations from.
Study 'em
Bad
recon.
idea. You do
Study
not
'em
wanna
recon.
show your hand
Look
because
at the
you
deer in the
brought
field.
Pokemon cards to a
Billy
poker
go
tournament. You wanna be
bad
as
to the
opaque
bone.
with
They
what you
are over
actually
there,
know
but
as
nothing
possible,
really. They're
because
fluff.
what you
It's
know
bunnies.
wouldn't exactly have Mensa knocking on
Because
your
it's
door.
the bunny.
But
You've
you know
seen this
what?
bunny before.
They've knocked
You
on
know
other
this bunny.
people's doors, so why not you? Huge thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. and
That
thank you
rabbit
for
count
watching the
is
video.
no
I
shit.
hope you
It's like
enjoyed
you
it. Let me
walk
know in the
out on
comment
the
section
field
if
and you
you
find
did, and
rabbits.
I'll see y'all
Really?
there.
That's math now.
To
You figure it
live
out.
is to ask the big questions.